Welcome to Impact Hub Tokyo for our 5th Wagon Tokyo Demo Day. We are super excited to welcome you tonight here at Impact Hub on a World Cup game night, on a rainy night. So it's really impressive to see so many people coming here for the Demo Day. So my name is Silva, I'm here with Paul. Together we co-founded Wagon in Tokyo, and we have Douglas in the back, who just joined us a couple of months ago and who did an amazing job driving our students for 2 months and taking care of them like a nanny, basically. How many of you came to demo days before? Wow, okay, a bunch of people. So we thought a bit about you guys, and we thought that you guys would be really tired to hear me speaking and to hear me talking and to hear me explain what Wagon was. So we have a little surprise for you. Actually, we ask our students to do that for us. So without further ado, I'm going to ask Amelie to come here on stage and to tell us a bit how is her experience at Wagon.
Hi guys, I'm Amelie, member of the 147 batch, Wagon Tokyo, and I think our batch was very special. We weren't only a number, 147, well we were at the beginning I must say, we didn't really know each other, but by now we became a family. We started off from different backgrounds, different countries, Africa, Europe, Australasia, and somehow all ended up here. Different ages, we even have Hikaru, 15, till maybe I shouldn't mention other ages, but all young still. And we were all drawn to Tokyo with one common interest, and that was to learn how to code. And yeah, as I said, we turned into a family, so yeah, pass on to Alex.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex, and I just want to share some insights and memories about our batch. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So we did not only know nobody in this batch when we started, we also didn't know anything about coding. So coming here was really an experience for everyone, starting from scratch, and that was exactly how the early weeks started off, learning commands, understanding how the computer can do things beyond social media and emails. And we had quite long days for 9 weeks now, so we would start off with a lecture, which would be probably 1.5 or 2 hours, and followed by a very long day of challenges, which were very frustrating and very long, which means that we obviously needed exciting lunch breaks once in a while, all together outside and enjoy the weather. So there you can see some of us trying to get through those challenges, which were very frustrating, and it was very fulfilling when we would be able to rake them green in a way, which means that we were able to solve the problems and were able to move on. So our days weren't over then. We had a live code, which was probably the most nerve-wracking part of the day, because we had one unfortunate student who had to come to the front, like Ashzee right now, pretty much, and live code in front of the whole class, a very new problem. So as you can imagine, there weren't many volunteers for that, so we always had to pick one by a random generator. So as the weeks went by, we started to learn new concepts, new ideas, new styles, different languages, and we were finally able to start and put it all together. The puzzle pieces came together, so we were able to build our first demo project a few weeks ago. And now we're here today, our final real project that we're really excited to pitch to you tonight. And yeah, so I'll give it to Osama.
Besides that, we had many interesting events, mainly about coding and startups, and we had the opportunity to meet very interesting people from different backgrounds, as digital art, and also white hat hacking, explains the term of bounty hunting for bugs and security breaches. Also, we had the opportunity to meet some CEO of startups who shared their experience about investment and how they launched their startups, and explaining their approach to business and business to consumer. Besides that, also we had very instructive workshops, especially about recruitment and job recruitment and marketing in Japan. React also, JS, which was a very instructive lesson, and also about SEO, Google search. And not to forget to mention also the outside events like Ruby community events, and also the speedy dating interviews for startups. And I let my friend Ray continue. You don't need it.
Hello, everyone. So this is our daily development jokes. It's pretty funny, right? User, front end, back end, develop. It's pretty good, right? So after intensive course load, sometimes we need to de-stress. This is where we would play ping pong, pool, bowling, and also darts. France has always beat us pretty much at almost every single game. Boo, right, Doug? Boo, right? So, and my loss, I having to do 10 push-ups. It's pretty bad night. So, after 2 weeks, we built our web application. This is where the Wagon taught us the tools from coding to collaborating, and as well as project management. The tools we'll learn we can take to create our own startups and or get hired as web developers. So some of us are actually currently looking for jobs, so please come talk with us after. We're very interested in getting hired, of course. So within 2 months, this is pretty much our last days. It is a sad day for many of us, but we're leaving as web developers and friends for life. Very sad day, especially Alex. Gonna miss you, Alex. Very intensive, but yeah. But next is gonna be our projects. So hopefully you guys please enjoy and have a good night. Thank you.
Okay. Hi everyone, we are Piggybug. Is there anyone who think you're sensitive? Sensitive person? Okay, I'm sensitive too, so we made an application for you. But before I introduce my application, let me tell you my story. So I've always been a sensitive person. For example, my boss said, "Why are you so slow?" And I, keep blaming myself. Like I have a lot of negative thought. And then I found the piggy bank in my room, like this one. So I thought, what if I can put the price to my negative thought? Like, how much can I pay to forget it? To like, I'm so slow thing. And I think like, maybe I can pay maximum like 500 yen. And I was like, I can't pay that much to do the stupid thing that my boss said, and I kind of surprised compared to the hours I spent. It's only 500 yen for me. So it's like the shield is broken, so it really helped me to get rid of the negative thoughts. So I want to share this method to you. So by the way, I'm so nervous now, so I'm not comfortable speaking in front of that many people. So that means this is the best time to use my application, Piggybug. So I want to feel good, so I open this application. So there's Q-Time on back, We call it back in Japanese, and we believe they can eat bad dreams. So Bug asks me, what do you want to forget? So I put scared of presentation, and asks me to set the price. So I think about price, and I'm scared, but I know it's gonna be good experience. So it must be less than what my boss said. So when I set the price, I can't keep my emotional feelings anymore. I have to be logical to set the price. So let's go with 400 yen. And then click on forget. So I see Bug has eaten my thought. And I got a sheet for scared of presentation. So I failed to forget. So I have a piggy bank. So I wanna save money with my feelings. So I have 400 yen, so I put 400 yen. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, by using this application, now I feel kind of better because, I realized what I'm talking to you means I survived this like 9 weeks coding bootcamp. So I go back to the home. So this time, Piggybug also helped me to keep my feeling of accomplishment. So this time, Pig asks me, which memory would you like to store? So I put survived bootcamp, and then set the price. This time, 500 yen. And then click on store. Yay, your memory has been stored. Got receipt again. This time I paid to store. So again, I'm saving, so I put 500 yen to my piggy bank. So now I wonder how much I saved in my piggy bank. So I think but when I look at the piggy bank, you can only see the coins. Of course, you can only see the coins. So what's great about Piggybug is you can see the memory attached to the money. So I'll go to bank activity page. There, I can see the emotional balance of this week. So I have a few pigs, positive pigs and 11 bucks. So let's take a look at the bank activity we just posted, like survived coding bootcamp. And I can say survived coding bootcamp, and I feel really nice. So I wanna spread this good feeling to others. Instead of paying back to Wagon teachers, sorry, but I wanna pay it forward to others so that I can, that I can have a circle of happiness, getting better, getting bigger to give it others. So I found the donation button, so I click on that. And there are suggested NPO to donate from PE Bank, so I can take a look. And it looks like they provide food to people. People need the food, so I decided to donate. So I click on donate button, and then that means I pass a 500 yen of accomplishment of bootcamp to the people who need food. Okay. So it looks like I successfully paid forward. So let's go back to bank activity. Now let's take a look at the negative thoughts. So what was it? So yeah, I totally forgot about this, but it looks like I have a very bad time learning coding because there are so many things to learn. But I really I forgot it because I know many people struggling the same thing. So I want to tell many people that they are not alone. So I click on the memory lane. So where's the happy animals there? So I share to the memory lane and take a look at the people thoughts. Good ones is big, bad ones is bad. And I go through it. I feel like so why am I always so careless with syntax? I can really relate. So I click on the heart button to display the feeling. So you see by seeing this page, you can see there are good things and bad things happen to your life. But I hope by setting price, you can find out true value for it. So finally, I want to thank my teammate. So there's Ro and Joseph and Yuki. So they really had to give life to pig and bugs. So thank you for listening.
Awesome. How do you feel?
Little better. Yeah, because of this.
A bit more money in there? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, we have like time for just one single question. So if anyone thinks that they have a really, really good question, it's time. Okay, no question. Or no one thinks that's. Oh yeah, go ahead.
So that was a really great demonstration. But what technology did you use? How did you build it?
Technology. It's mostly like front-end job because we try to put like a bank system, but it's not our focus. I just wanted to let it go of negative source. So there's no money transaction made until you spend it to donation. We just focus on remove the stress. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you very much, Amami. That was awesome.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here this evening. My name is Tim, and together with Amelie, Aki, and Alex at the console, we are Benchmark. And today we shall introduce our crypto fund app. How many of you have heard about cryptocurrencies? Yeah, lots of you, right? How many of you have invested in them? So not as many hands, but still quite a lot. I know that we have a very tech-savvy audience here tonight, so maybe not the most representative sample of the general population. But still, I mean, those of you who do invest in crypto would agree with me that it can be quite challenging sometimes to understand. When I read my first article on crypto sometime back on the internet, I had no idea what the hell was going on. And so it can be pretty intimidating for a newcomer. Fortunately, there's a way for someone to invest in crypto without quite wrapping your head around the nuts and bolts of it. And that is by entrusting some of your capital to friends or family members who do have some knowledge of crypto and how it works. And I think that this sort of casual arrangement where you invest through a third party is quite common in the crypto space. And possibly some of you here tonight may be investing on behalf of your own friends or family. So Benchmark is really an application that aims to make these sorts of arrangements more efficient and more enjoyable. So instead of having to manually update your friends at all times on how well Bitcoin is doing, fund managers can now engage with their investors, share investing ideas, and provide updates all within a single space. And for their part, investors can provide feedback to fund managers and offer feedback to fund managers and track their profits in real time. But don't take my word for it. Let us show you how it works. So now we're on the landing page of Benchmark. My first task is to create a fund. Can anyone suggest a good name for a fund?
Wagon.
What was that? Le Wagon? Okay, Le Wagon Fund. Let's go with Le Wagon Fund. And as a fund manager, I will be invested in the fund. I'm going to invest $5,000 to get it started. So now we have a fund, but it's an empty-looking fund at the moment. So the first order of business is to start adding members. And I'm going to add my partners, Amelie and Aki, to the fund. So I input Aki's address, email address, and Aki too will be investing $5,000 today. So I add Aki, and now we have a second member, And I'm going to repeat the process for Amelie by inputting her email address. And Amelie will be investing 5,000, which makes all of us equal partners in the fund. So now that we have our members, I'm going to start off by giving a welcome message in the discussion board. I'm going to say, hi guys, welcome to the fund. And let's ride out this dip because, recently the markets have been tanking. And now we have members, but we don't really have a portfolio yet. So let's start building our portfolio. So the first coin that we're going to add is Bitcoin. I don't know about you guys, but I like BTC. It's a classic play. I think it's got a lot of upside. And the best part is we got in pretty early. So let's get 2 BTC at 5,000 each. So now we have a first coin, but it's looking a bit lonely. So let's add a second coin. And there are quite a few choices, but I like the stuff that's going on with Ethereum. So let's get some ETH. And let's get, say, 20 ETH at $250 per coin. Let's add that. So now we have a nice looking fund. You can see the current price displayed in the portfolio below. That's the real updated price, which we get from CoinMarketCap. And it's looking pretty good. We're up 56%, pretty good return. So we have a fund, we have 2 coins, and we have 3 members. And it looks like we're good to go.
Hey guys, so as you heard, Tim has added me to the Wagon fund. So I'm going to go onto my portfolio, check my funds. I see I have been added to the Wagon fund. I go onto it, and then you get to our dashboard. And now, as a person not knowing much about crypto, I see that Benchmark is a really cool platform because it helps me understand what's going on. On the left, you can see, or I can see, the members, which is me, Aki, and Tim, and our percentage that we have in the fund. Okay, yeah. And then we have the fund, which is the fund growth, the profit, and the value. And I'm very happy to see that profit that I'll be putting into my pocket, so that's my share. And then beneath it, we have our fund conversation, which is a really cool aspect to have. So Tim can explain to us what he's doing with our money, the money that we're trusting him with. He can explain what each cryptocurrency means and how it is invested. And then to the right of that, we have our coin, which is directly linked through an API. So it's continuously updated and up to date. And it helps me understand and see that the cryptocurrencies that we invested in went through a bit of a dip. But because we trusted Tim, and he says we should hold, we are now up above 50%, so that's a pretty good sign. I'm very happy. And then at the bottom we have our portfolio, and that shows me which coins he has invested our money in, being Bitcoin and ETH. Yeah, back to you, Tim.
Thanks, Amelie. So thanks to Benchmark, Amelie and Aki can see what I see, know what I know, and we can all stay on the same page at all times. But just in case you still remain doubtful that Amelie and Aki made the right decision by trusting me with their hard-earned money, I'm going to show you a fund that I created some time back. This is a slightly more mature fund. It's got a few more members, slightly larger portfolio. So this one too is doing okay. It's got 11%. It's 11% up, not too shabby given the current investment climate. And if things keep going at this rate, we'll all be driving Lamborghinis by Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tim. So how can I invest?
I'll give you my email address.
Yeah. Cool. As usual, we have time for one question. Yes, in the back.
I remember you control anything, or like if suddenly you want to get back your money or something, can you do it, or you just have to just tell you and you do like control something?
Sure. So I should say that all of the real transactions will take place outside of the fund. So this fund is this app is a place where you can organize and coordinate these things, but the actual financial transactions are external to it.
Cool. That was one question. A good one. Thank you very much. Give a round of applause for Tim and his team.
Good evening, everyone. Konbawa minna. So before we start, I'm going to ask you a quick question. If you feel like you've had a long week and would enjoy a positive moment, say weekend. Weekend. Good. I like that spirit. All right. So now I'm going to ask you to all close your eyes. No cheating. It won't take long. It won't be weird. And to try to think back of something that you enjoy this week. It doesn't have to be big. It can be small, like a small thing, like enjoying a cup of coffee, a cold beer, or a meal you really enjoyed. An interesting conversation with a colleague, a classmate, a friend, a new place you've discovered, a bug or a problem you've solved. And once you figure out something, you can now open back your eyes and look at anyone next to you. And imagine that that person has thought of the exact same thing. That's the smile, that's the positive emotion, the connection we'd like to bring with Afuru. So welcome to Afuru, a platform on which we invite you to express gratitude, be happy, and match on this amazing frequency. With Afuru, it's a platform we invite you to stop, appreciate, upload a photo that captures this positive moment and potentially match with another user. I'd like to just look at some inspirational quotes because I like them, and to remind me of the benefits of positive thinking, of expressing gratitude. So things like you cannot feel positive, you cannot have negative feelings such as sadness, anger, with gratitude. They cannot coexist. Try to be mad or angry at your wife, at your husband, and be grateful to have them in your life at the same time. That won't work. Now if you're ready, after being inspired and motivated by quotes, to share my own gratitude. And today, I feel grateful for free Wi-Fi in Japan because it saved my ass a couple of times, my life. A couple of times. Remember, I wanted to be grateful also for my dad, but Father's Day is only on Sunday, so we can wait. But you can all be grateful for your dad on Sunday, remember that. So I click on create my card, my grateful card, and I like seeing that a photo by default has been uploaded, but I feel like I want to change it to something else, to something funnier, something cooler that I thought of. So I click on choose photo, choose a funnier photo, and maybe you can relate to this one because it's about free Wi-Fi. Somebody only coming here for free Wi-Fi. So I click on save and see the photo. I hope you'll like. I'm only here for free Wi-Fi. So if you're in that case, if you're looking for the Wi-Fi password, it's on the back next to Doug. And now I'd like to see the past gratitude. So I click on remember, and I'll be able to see a few cards I've been grateful for in the past, such as gyoza, they're delicious here in Japan. Family, obviously my mom. Okay, it's not only about the father. And the World Cup. Awesome. It's quite relevant. Especially the one in 1998, because France won, obviously. Thanks. Now if you're ready to click on my board, my grateful board, and try to see if I can get a match with the gratitude I created today. So I'm going to click on free Wi-Fi, click on match, and cross my fingers that I'll match with someone today. Woohoo! I have a match. I match with Usama. I can start now collaborating with him on a shared common board on which we'll be able to upload photos and be grateful for the same category. So I click on collaborate, and I'll start chatting with Usama, saying, hi Usama, I like your photo, which is pretty cool. And then I'd like to add a new one. So I'm gonna click on add. And I'm gonna be grateful this time for Google Maps. Because I got lost a couple of times in Japan. And I'm gonna choose a file. Maybe you'll recognize the photo. Comes from a famous movie you've all seen that takes place in Japan. And yeah, that was me a couple of times in Japan. I'm not gonna go through the whole process, but by sharing Grateful on your comment board, you'll earn rewards with your buddy, and you'll be able to just share gratitude on the same category. And to conclude, after that, I want to say I'm grateful for my team. My team. So Ray over there, Usama back there, and Luca here. And I'm also grateful for the Wagon. And to conclude, I'd like to invite you guys to invest your time, and why not your money, to, and if you like this project, to give us feedback, register, share it. But in all the cases, enjoy the little things and enjoy a world in which your glass will be always half full. Thank you.
Very much, so I don't know if anyone in the audience wants to share one gratefulness thing. I'm looking at those guys who asked questions before now. Okay. Anyone has a question? No question? Yes. Oh yes.
What does hafu mean?
Great question. That's a great question. I had to explain it a couple of times. Hafuru, it's like we wanted to build like the transcription of a glass being half full, somehow, some way. So that's that's why we had to explain it with the logo. If you can go back to the main page, you'll see a glass being half full. Hoping I get the direction there.
Thank you, HC. I think you're gonna need a lot of help with your Japanese, and that's coming with the next project.
Nice.
Hi guys, we are Hello Kanji. Let me take a second to introduce our team before we start. I'm our project manager and front-end developer, Jimmy. We've got our front-end developer and navigator, Hikaru. Let me add, he's only 15 years old and he's done a lot of good work on this project. Yeah. We've got our lead developer and back-end master, Edmund. Where are you, Ed? Oh. And our product designer and full-stack developer, Nathan. So I think a lot of you know there's been a boom in Japanese studying over the last couple decades. We've got something like 500% more people studying Japanese than we did 20 years ago. And when these students study, they'll study word by word, kanji by kanji, until they can attempt to read a full text. So they'll go through a text line by line until they come to a word they don't know. And for that, we've got great tools in a browser to see what those words are. But to use these tools well, you need to use a couple together, jump between them. There's a lot of copying, pasting, saving, and searching that I don't want to do. It doesn't need to happen. And users don't need this jarring experience of studying when they could have a streamlined experience where they don't experience these interruptions. So for that, we've got Hello Kanji. Hello Kanji combines the great elements of existing browser tools to study Japanese in a really streamlined way. Hello Kanji can take Japanese text from an image or a web page or a document and then display it on the page with the Japanese reading above the kanji and above that the English definition. So to show you what I mean, I'll log in. You can use the app without logging in, but you can save some flashcards and see the work you've done earlier if you sign up, which is free, by the way. So you'll see here some documents that we've been searching through earlier, but let's start fresh. Can someone tell me a place they want to check out in Japan? Anybody else want to check out a place? Canada.
Yakushima.
Okay. Let's check out Yakushima. Does anyone know Yakushima? Yeah? Okay. I want to check it out too, but I don't know much about it. Let's go to the Wikipedia page for it. And I'll scroll down to find some text that I want to put into Hello Kanji. That will suffice. I'll copy that, go back to Hello Kanji, create a new document, paste that text into the form, and go. So Hello Kanji will look at the text and then show you Japanese readings for each of the kanji, and above that, the English definition. So I'll zoom in on this first word. You can see the definition is kind of cut off, menseki. So you'll see an exploded definition with a bit more information if you hover over it. So now that we've picked something to study, let's study it. Let's make some flashcards to study what we've came here for. That's pretty easy. Just click on any word, and that'll add it to your deck of flashcards to study through later. So I'll scroll down a little bit, and that looks good. Can I get abundant, nature, and how about center? Yep. OK. I'll scroll up, and then I'll go to my flashcards. All right. Now I'll test myself. OK. I think that's chuobu, center. So let's delete that one. I think that's shizen, nature. Yeah, OK. I think that's hisoka, secret. No, let's keep that. I'll study it again. All right, and that's menseki. We looked at that first. OK, let's get that out of there. Thanks. Now that I reviewed these, I'll go back to the document I was looking at. And then I'm going to turn on focus mode. So with focus mode, you see your attention is diverted to the center of the screen. But above and below that focused area, you see there's no annotations for those Japanese words. This is to test yourself after you've reviewed those flashcards. So allow me. Let's scroll up. And let's go to that line I was going through earlier. OK. Yutaka de utsukushii shizen ga nokosarete ori shima no. OK, let's see if I got that. OK, I think I did. All right. I'm starting to feel pretty good about this. So I'll zoom out, and then I'll turn off focus mode. And I don't think I need the English anymore. I'll turn that off too. So you can see what it looks like just with the Japanese readings above those words. And now, let's say you go through this again. You're feeling pretty good. I'll turn that off. So as you can see, we went from just having an idea of what to study to studying about it, making flashcards, and going through it pretty quickly without jumping between a lot of tools that we didn't need in the first place. So I think you can see how this could really streamline the learning experience. All right, so let's say I'm feeling pretty good about this. It makes me want to go to Yakushima. So say me and Aki go there, and we're on the plane, and he's reading a book. So I don't know what's in his book, so I can just take a picture of it on my phone and use Hello Kanji there. So I can take a picture right off the page, and then I can upload that to Hello Kanji. I recommend you guys try this later on your phones. It's one of our best features, and it's free, so yoroshiku. I'll add that to new document, and then I will upload that photo. And then we'll give Hello Kanji a couple seconds to analyze the elements in the photo. After that, it'll treat it just like it would any other block of text. So we hit go. And as you can see, after it digests, we'll see what we saw earlier. The Japanese furigana over the kanji, and above those, the English definitions. So I think this could really help out users in the field, or if you're in a pinch, and if you just want to study this when you get back home. So with this tool, we've combined all these other browser study tools into one to a place where it'll make your studying a lot faster and definitely better. Thanks. You want to know about it? You, sir?
How did you get access to the software that does image to text recognition, and then also the translation software? Because surely to code that would be much more than you guys could have done over the course of 9 weeks.
Sure. I'll start with the image software. That is a Google API, and it can search text through any image. And the dictionaries themselves are open source, so we'll just take a dictionary, and then we'll get the text, cut it up, reference it against the dictionary, and then display that text. That's also free, but cabling it together is a pain in somewhere. Yeah.
We can take another question.
Yes?
Regarding you said you cut up the text,
Mm-hmm.
how do you deal with word boundaries with different sets of kanji?
Word boundaries between different sets of kanji. We'll start at the back of a block of kanji, and then it'll work back until it sees, let's say you have a kanji like sekkyoku, and then the word could be like sekkyokuteki after that. So the kanji would search for sekkyoku and then see if there's like teki on the end, and if it has that, we'll display that it's sekkyokuteki instead of just sekkyoku. So we'll have it, it's kind of like recursive searching. You can ask our parser extraordinaire Nathan about that afterwards. Yes?
How many more languages is planned? Sorry.
How many more languages are we planning? Geez. Just this one for now. And I think financially Chinese could be a big market, but I'm sure that's on everyone's tongue after you ask that question. I think I'd like some more feedback before I commit to another language. Yes?
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed the presentation, very nice product. One possible addition that I will be interested in this application, you could make calls to speak, and I can also listen, not just reading the.
Oh, sure.
It would be cool to have that.
Sure, I'm sure there's an API for that too. All right. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. I'm sure many people have many questions for all the projects, and that's why after that we have a networking time and we can mingle. But thank you very much, Hello Kanji.
Can you help me? I cannot put it along. Can you help me? And while we are switching mics, because this is being recorded, thanks. I just wanted to push the information that that was the first time we were trying to live stream this demo code. So we are actually having the camera in the back and everything is live on Facebook. So all the pitches are live to the world. And for the first time as well, we are trying something. Thank you, HC. Where are you? Here. Okay. Thank you for putting that up. If you're interested, you can go on Facebook and just push for the presentation that you like the most. And yeah, I think it will be helpful for everybody. The page is?
On the event page.
The event page on Facebook for the Wagon. So just check the Facebook page and that's up. Thank you very much. And yeah, thanks. Well, that's something that we say, I think, every time, but if you don't know that, they've been working on these projects for only 10 days. So all the students have been working for 9 weeks with the Wagon, but actually developing this in 10 days. They started last week. So I think all of you, you did a really, really great job. And we said that a couple of hours ago already, but you should really be proud of yourselves for what you achieved. We've seen in the slideshow as well where you started with the basic HTML pages, and we can see the progression. So really, really good job for that, for all the teams. And because I'm feeling a bit lonely on this stage, I would like to invite all the students from this batch to join me on the stage, because for once we have almost all the teaching team in the room, which is not always the case. And I would like all the students here to actually look at the people who've been here for you for the 9 weeks. please go on the top right here. For you, for the 9 weeks, to help you, to teach you, to debug you, to stay late at night, to answer any questions. And I think, yeah, they all did a great job as well. So in the room we have, and I have my list of people as well. I would like to say a massive, massive thank you again to Doug in the back here, our bootcamp manager. To James, where are you, James? I know you're here, right here. To Victor, who is back to Canada already. To Hide in the back, right here. To Zach, here, from the previous batch. Nick, right here. We have Forrest. Where is Forrest? Over there, from Shanghai. Rob hiding right here. Francisco came to discuss React with us, who is sitting on the floor right here. And Yurie, our great intern, who you are reading on Facebook, and I think she's somewhere over here. But thank you, Yurie. So while everybody is here, I think this is time to give a little something, as this is now the tradition. Some people have been asking for it for quite some time, asking for the design and everything, and today is the day, so it's coming. We are giving the t-shirt right now, and while we are giving the t-shirt, I just would like to say a final thank you to all the people who are helping us all the time. This is the 5th batch in Tokyo, and that's not only us, that's all the partners we are working with as well. So again, Impact Hub for hosting us, all the speakers, all the people who came to give workshops and organize events, some of them are in the room right now, to companies like Computer Futures to come and discuss. Some speakers are here to discuss recruitment. We had Khalil from MyStay to organize SEO and workshops like this, and many other people I'm forgetting. So thank you very much to all those people, because that's how we can do that. Thank you. And thanks. And I know there is a World Cup to prepare tonight, I guess. So I'm going to stop here. Thank you very much for coming tonight. I'm just going to ask you one favor, is to take the chair, if you can, and stack them in the back so that we have enough space to mingle. We'll have beers, Belgian beer, we have food, and a lot of time to meet with all the people in the room from all backgrounds. So enjoy the networking. Thank you very much for coming again, and see you in August.